Disco Dominion is a roll and write game designed for a single player. It is set in an alternate version of our world where disco never died. As a result, all of humankind's knowledge, wealth, and energy was put into developing greater and greater dance floors, turning the moon into a mirror ball, and searching for the ultimate groove. Unfortunately, when a pandemic of boogie fever hit, the best disco scientists were unprepared, and clubs everywhere were forced to close. Years later, now that the threat has passed, heroic DJs are hired by the clubs that remain to try and lure people back to the dance floors, bringing back the groove one club at a time. As a player, you take the role of one of these DJs. Disco Dominion is a roll and write game inspired by other games like Railroad Inc. and Bargain Basement Bathsphere. Players roll dice over a series of 3 rounds and can choose to either put the value of those dice towards creating spectacular light shows by drawing coloured lines on a 7x7 square grid, or by placing groovers or dancers on the dance floor. However, a challenge arises when players realise that the spaces for groovers to occupy are extremely limited, and that maximising their score requires a bit of forward planning to connect the points on opposite sides of the board. The game also offers bonus points if a player draws a line closer to the dance floor, manages to place a line in the corner space, or can manage to fill the dance floor completely without overflowing. After 3 rounds, the final act of the game occurs when the player tallies their scores. Points are given based on the length of the longest line of each colour and the number of groovers they have managed to place on the dance floor. The bonuses mentioned above are also applied, and penalty is given to a player if they have too many people waiting in the queue outside the club. Once the final score has been tallied, players can choose to write it in the mirror ball in the centre of the board and can compare this score with previous clubs they have created or against other players. Thank you for listening to my pitch.